Hello na karibu sana. Leo tuko Kapngetich, Nandi County, together with two beautiful ladies, Anthea and Judy, in their capsicum haven farm. We are focusing on cucumbers. So, come along. So hapa mko meka nini by the way?
Dania. Judy. Ilikuwa na dania.
Ilikuwa productive. No, mmesongesha shamba karibu inafika kwa mlango.
Maximize every space.
Sitafika point tutakuwa tunakanyaga tu shamba from the door.
Tunatengeneza pathway from the gate to the house.
So hii ni nini hapa? What is this?
So this inaitwa Venturi system. Tunatumia kuweka fertilizer. So una dissolve fertilizer unaweka kwa a bucket, alafu ukifungulia maji inachukua the fertilizer straight into the greenhouse.
So you don't have to do the heavy lifting.
So that you don't have to manually apply fertilizer kwa nini moja. Ina take time. If kisha dissolve unaweza weka fertilizer kwa all the plants in like a few minutes.
So like
fertilizer zote soluble fertilizers.
So ukiweka ile yenye kona tu solid ama mafuta ita clog.
Clog pipes.
Okay, so to set up such a system ni how much roughly?
So inategemea size. For example, this small size one is around 6,000 complete, but if you have a bigger greenhouse you need a bigger one. So inaendelea
ki advance. Okay, that's nice. At least to reduce your kazi.
Yes.
You don't have to carry buckets everywhere.
Technology.
Technology.
Then
so nataka utuambie kidogo about cucumbers. Like, why did you decide cucumbers of all the varieties? Why cucumbers?
Mwanzo, my name is Judy. Kimboy, young farmer, a youth in agribusiness, and today we are in Capsicum Haven. The name is Capsicum, but nimekuja kupata cucumber.
Yes.
Yeah, so our inspiration ya kwanza ilikuwa capsicum, but now we are doing cucumbers, and reason bona tumefanya cucumbers is because hatungerudia capsicum hapa. We are trying to do crop rotation.
Okay.
So plus we were also timing a season. So season ya hoho ainge kwa best tungerudia. So that is why cucumbers ziko hapa at this time.
Okay.
Yes.
So mbona cucumbers as the next plant after capsicum?
As I've said, tulikuwa tunajaribu ku crop rotate. So you can't like do the same crop over and over again because of the depletion ya mchanga nini.
Okay.
And also the pest na diseases. So crop rotate inajaribu ku control,
eliminate.
Inajaribu ku eliminate magonjwa yenye iko kwa mchanga.
Okay.
Yeah.
So take us through your normal day. Like ukiamka as a cucumber farmer, what do you do? Like what's your normal day?
So when you wake up, naturally ukikuja kwa shamba, it's your office.
Exactly.
Ukiingia ofisini unataka kuketi, but you can't sit in a space enye haijapangika, uko distracted.
Yeah.
So ukiamka unakuja hapa, you check kwanza plants iko sawa, kuna zenye zimeanguka. Kama kuna zenye zimeanguka, you do some correction. Pili, hii plant iko na maji. If it doesn't have, you do some correction. 3, you do what is called scouting. Scouting ni ku check kama kuna pest, kama iko na disease. So that is what you do regularly. So nikiamka, that is what I come to the farm to do, na to find a solution to the problems I find here. Another one is weeding. Unaona hii shamba ni safi. Unaweza ona magugu ni kidogo sana. So when you wake up, you make sure your farm is clean. It's a greenhouse, so ni nyumba. So nyumba lazima ikuwe safi.
Yeah,
so we clean it every day by removing the magugu. Yeah.
How big is this greenhouse and how much did you use? Like, just give us an estimate kwa mtu mwanataka kuanza such a thing.
This greenhouse ni measurement ya 8 by 30. 8 hivi, 30 hivi. Yeah, and estimate yenye tulitumia ni around 200,000. Yeah, on the higher side, but I'm sure with some precautions next time haitafika hiyo.
Oh, so because you were beginners,
Yeah,
you
we
were
are
cost a
beginners,
lot. Yeah.
Hatukuwa tumelan more
Oh,
about,
okay.
yeah.
So let's dive into it. Let's start looking at planting. Seeds, like what variety do you use? Like, do you have a specific variety you looked at? I mean, you just went and dived in. How many varieties do they have?
Sijui ni varieties ngapi, but for this that we have, inaitwa Midas from Holland Green Tech, sorry. And the reason we went for this is because the market demands Midas. Alafu Midas pia iko na productivity yake iko juu sana. As you can see at every node, hapa kuna flower, hapa kuna flower, hapa kuna flower.
By the way, that's
so true. This is the English cucumber. We have this is the local cucumber, sorry. And we have a variety known as Ashley. That is the one I know, extra variety I know. But from someone's experience, productivity yake haiko juu sana hivi. Yeah, so that is why we went for Midas. Yes.
I can see by the way, imemea like in every node. Ukikutana na branching,
iko na flower.
Yeah,
yes.
Exactly. That's nice.
Yeah.
So the soil, what type of soil do you use? Like
soil yetu ni loamy soil. So that is the soil that is here. Na pH yenye cucumber inafaa ku thrive in ni pH ya 6.5 to 7.5. So that's the best cucumbers inaweza thrive in.
Okay. Did you have to transport the soil ama ilikuwa tu hapa?
No, hii ni mchanga tu yetu. Ya tulilima tu hapa, hii ni mchanga yetu. But in serious circumstance, kama mchanga yako ni mbaya, you can bring in another soil, uweke hapa. You can put it in bags pia, upande in bags. And as well you can just spray the soil na upande hapa. Si necessarily useme mchanga wangu ni mbaya. You can just bring soil from another place and endelea na ukulima yako.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's interesting. I want you to take us through planting because mimi siwezi kuwa najua hii mambo.
Okay, ukiconsider kupanda cucumber, you have to do what we call land preparation. Land preparation ina entail nini? So, you see hapa tumepanda in beds, atuja spread. You can see kuna row. Yeah, kuna rows hapa. Or do you call columns? Ni rows ama ni columns?
Rows.
Yeah, so you don't just plant open hivi. So, you first come, prepare, and then you raise beds. So first you dig the whole place and then you prepare beds. After preparing beds, now you consider, unaona hii tumeka kuna drip hapa hivi.
Beds ni the raised part ama?
Yeah, the raised parts,
okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
The raised parts ndio zinaitwa beds. So ukishatengeneza beds yako, una lay your drip. Hii drip inakusaidia in terms of spacing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so hii huwezi panda tu, nimesema upande tu kama mahindi, hapana. Hii inahitaji spacing na spacing poa kwa cucumber ni 60 centimeters.
Okay.
Why 60 centimeters? Cucumber iko prone to fungal infections. So zikikutana inaambukizana.
Ina spread haraka.
Yeah, the diseases ina spread. So it's great ama it's good kuspace na 60 centimeters from each plant. Sasa we want to plant. So how do we do our planting? Do we chukua seedling or we plant the seed? So for cucumber kuna two ways. You can propagate and then you transplant, and another way is you do what you call direct sowing. So what we did here is called direct sowing. This is what most farmers do. So direct sowing, after umetengeneza bed yako, cucumber ni a very small seed, haihitaji kufunikwa na mchanga mingi. So you just do hivi na mkono tu yako,
unakachimba tu kidogo hivyo,
kadogo tu hivi, and then you cover it lightly pia. Na mchanga tu kidogo pia. If you do it deep, it takes time ku germinate. And then cucumber ina take 45 days up to maturity.
45 days.
Yeah,
less than 2 months.
Yes, 4 days to germinate. So ukipanda, ukikuja hapa after 4 days umeona cucumber zimetoka. Yes, and then iko na tuseme challenge moja, zinaweza kulwa na panya.
Mnakoga na panya hapa?
Hatuna, but challenge moja you can encounter as a farmer, zikiwa seeds kama umezibari into the soil, zinaweza kuliwa na panya. So you can have 100% germination, you can have 90% germination, you can have 50% germination, depending on your environment, but here tuli experience around I can say 90%. Hapa ilikuwa 700 seeds, we did 700 seeds, but 90% of the 700 ili manage ku germinate. Yes.
Okay. So let's go to crop management now. I want us to take us through that kidogo.
So here we farm with my cousin, that is Anthea. So at least she's the one handling the crop management part in our farm. Let her take us through the crop management.
So Anthea,
Hi.
mambo.
Poa sana.
I want you to tell us about irrigation, fertilizers, manure. Like, what do you use to make sure that the moment imsha sprout hivi ina manage kufika hii point imefika? Okay, kuna kitu nilisahau kuuliza by the way, like ikiwa like your seedling level, like inahitaji mbolea?
Okay, sasa tulisema there are two ways. Unaweza panda as a seed ama ikiwa seedling. So sisi yetu tulipanda ikiwa seeds directly into the soil. But as Judy had mentioned, it's a very tiny seed. So wakati unapanda hauwezi panda na mbolea, because hiyo mbolea inaweza burn the seed. So what we do, the beds, ukisha prepare beds tunaweka manure. So manure tunatumia either manure ya ng'ombe ama manure ya kondo. Sisi yetu ilikuwa ya kondo
hapa by the way.
Then sasa wakati usha prepare beds zako zimekuwa fine vizuri, umepanda hizo seeds. Unaweka tu the seed, unaicover lightly, then unaiacha igerminate. So unaimwagia tu maji pole pole, you water it lightly kidogo kidogo for those 4 days. Then inaanza kugerminate. Alafu sasa you give it another maybe 4 days or so. So ikianza kufika like 10 days, wakati sasa zote zimegerminate, ndio unaweza weka your first top dressing ama your first round of manure. So sisi yetu tulieka DAP at that point.
Oh, DAP.
So unaweza weka DAP ama NPK.
After ishajitokeza tu kidogo.
After so teme you at 10 days. Hivyo. Sasa so si tumefika day 10. Isha germinate. So now we want to take care of this plant, kwa sababu unaweza kuwa umepanda, yes you have good seeds, lakini what will determine the output yenye utapata ama your production yenye uta-harvest ni how you take care of this plant.
Yeah, true.
So this cucumber inachukua 45 days kumature. That is from the time you've planted until you start harvesting. So pia unaona it's a short time, kumaanisha pia mambo ni mbio mbio in cucumber hakuna. So you in those first days, so we'll talk about a crop management in, let's say, maybe 3 things. The first one is fertilizers. What do you need nutrition wise on your plants? Then ya pili ni watering, because cucumber really requires a lot of water. A lot. Actually the cucumber is 90% water, so you can imagine how much water it needs for this. So easy plants zote ni maji. Then the third one is pests and diseases. Of course, like any other crop, kuna kwanga tu na pests and diseases that you have to take care of. And then the third one ama the fourth one is how to trellis this to support the plant. So those are the things we will talk about. Sasa ya kwanza ni tuanzie maji. As we said, cucumber is like it needs a lot of water. But that's beginning wakati umepanda to the seed, na those first 10 days ama hata mpaka up to a week unaweka tu maji kidogo. You are the one now to monitor. So ilikuwa tu na maji kidogo, isikuwe wet. Juu sasa otherwise hiyo seed itachimbika. So you water lightly like that asubuhi na jioni for those days, but you keep increasing obviously. Sijui inaendelea kugrow, una increase. So to the point that right now tunamwagia maji for an hour in the morning, an hour in the evening.
Full pressure.
Yeah. So like so you just keep increasing like that. You just need to ensure that your soil inakuwa moist, isikuwa ati dry, na ikuwe consistent. Si ati sasa ime dry then sasa unakuja unamwagia maji
full force.
No, like that, ikuwe tu consistently moist. Hiyo ni watering. Alafu of course lazima ikuwe tu maji mzuri. It also depends. We are lucky huku kwetu our water is clean, it's not salty, it does not block pipes, so hiyo iko sawa.
Unatoa maji wapi?
So maji yetu tunatumia kwa kisima. So it's like tumechimba borehole ama kisima, then you pump it to the tank, then from the tank inakuja to the drip lines. So hiyo ni maji. We need to give it like proper nutrition. You see, just like a baby, like a human being, ndio igrow vizuri. Nahitaji different nutrition based on different stages. So for example, nilikuwa nimesema tukianza unaweka manure ya ng'ombe ama ya kondo, whatever you have. Alafu ya pili, at now that's 10 days, tuna top dress, tunaweka our first round of planting fertilizer. So planting fertilizer, either DAP, NPK, hiyo ndio sisi tulitumia. Then so sio inaendelea kugrow. Then those initial weeks, nimekwambia cucumber ni 6 weeks. So those 2-3 weeks at the beginning inaitwa vegetative phase. So vegetative phase inahitaji a lot of nitrogen. Inahitaji like nitrogen, so we spray like foliar yenye iko nitrogen. Then we also tunaweka pia another round of dressing, of top dressing, tunaweka CN kama tu ya mahindi for example. Yeah. Then ukisha top dress sasa zinaanza kutoa flowers. These 2 yellow ones this is a flower. So this flower with a tiny fruit, now it will become a whole fruit like this one. Yeah, it will become a heavy fruit like that one. So when it starts flowering, now you put something inaitwa foliar ya fruit and flower to help the fruits and the flower. So this one now is a balanced fertilizer that itasaidia the fruiting and the flowering. Then as it continues to grow, so hii tuseme tumefika like around week 4, week 5. So the other nutrients we need ni tuseme stress elements and micronutrients kama boron, so we spray those ones.
Oh, you spray?
Yeah, we spray. So we spray na foliar. Then once you start your harvesting, so si tumesema you harvest after 6 weeks. Unaanza kuharvest, you start applying fertilizer that is rich in potassium, because potassium inasaidia in the fruit formation. Then now throughout your harvesting season, so tumeanza kuharvest at 6 weeks, you harvest for like 2 to 3 months depending on how well you take care of the plant. So now hapo tuna alternate to a very balanced fertilizer, like yenye iko na nitrogen, iko na potassium, iko na phosphorus hivyo. So that's how you maintain. And how we do it here in our farm so that it becomes regular, tunaweka hiyo fertilizer every 2 weeks. So una harvest, then unaweka fertilizer. Let me take you to science class 5. Climbing plants. Hii ni kama a climbing plant. Juu sasa iko na hizi tendrils to support itself on something. Unaona, on anything. Hata ukisimama hapa hivi itakufuata. So
hiyo yote itaanguka hivi na imefika hapa juu.
So now one important thing in the cucumber, lazima ufanye nini? Utrellis ama uweke support. Hii support ni hizi kamba. So ikifika like 2 weeks after nini imegerminate, so around 2-3 weeks ukiona tu imekuwa around 10 to 15 centimeters. Hapana, before ianze kubend. So tuseme around 15 to 20 centimeters unaweka nini? Unaweka hapa tuko na tu vijiti. So what you do, unaweka hizi tu vijiti for every plant. Then unachukua kamba kama hii inaitwa twining rope. This twining rope unaifungia kwa mti this to support. Then now you just twine it like this on that your small plant. Your plant itakuwa this size. Then unaifungia juu ya hii wire. Yeah, so you just do it mpaka hapo. And then as the plant grows, unaendelea kutwinisha around the kamba for it to be supported, because you see ikiendelea kumea inafanya nini? Inaendelea kuwa mzito, inakuwa heavy for the plant.
Hizi fruits by then ni mzito sana, niko sure inaangushanga.
Alafu the other thing ni this nini ina grow very fast, like very fast. So ina grow hivi mpaka, so this one in like 3 days itakuwa imefika huko juu.
3 days?
In like 3 days itakuwa imefika huko juu. So what you do, unafungua hii kamba, for example, I can just demonstrate a little bit like that, then unaishukisha tu hivi, unashukisha hivi
ndio ipate allowance ya kugrow
your desired length, alafu unafunga. So this is hivi tu. So hii inaendelea tu kubaki hapa once you've already removed the fruit. Hii inaendelea kupanda because now una harvest kwenda juu. So that's one important part. And then the choice of kamba matters. You're supposed to use a dark colored string, either black, grey. Usiweke sasa yellow kama ati ya mahindi because it attracts pests.
Color matters.
Color matters. So it attracts pests. So that's basically about supporting, which is very important. Alafu the other thing is ukiona for example inaachana, you just bring it back, you twine it like this, unaifanya support, unaendelea kupanda juu. Then hizi tendrils, yes, ziko because hizi ndio tulisema hizo ni natural adaptation of plants, if you can remember. So inaisaidia kusupport the plant, but now we normally remove the tendrils juu inaweza shikana like one tendril inashika another plant. Then sasa zinaanza kushikana, then zinaanza kuvunjika. So most of the time we just remove these tendrils because we've already to make a support. So you are about supporting, and you have to keep checking because sometimes like ikiwa very windy is utapata hizi plants zinatokana. So the other thing inasumbuanga almost all farmers, uko umepanda mahindi, uko umepanda vitunguu, uko umepanda mboga, is pests and diseases. So pests and diseases as it is ni hivyo. Pests hizo ni two small wadudu zenye zina affect your farm. Then pests, diseases ni maugonjwa yenye ina affect. So we'll start with pests. I'm sure you are wondering what is this? So this is called an insect trap. So this insect trap ikona gum hivi. Yeah, ikona glue. So it attracts like insects, zinakuja ina land on this. Then once it's full, unatoa. So we have right now we don't have them here, but kuna kwanga na yellow traps and the blue traps. So ni depending on different insects. Yeah, so kuna yenye inashika aphids, which is what we'll talk about. So kuna yenye inashika aphids, thrips and whiteflies. So those are the common pests that affect cucumber. So aphids are either to green ama to black. So you can just ni to do like some small insects. Inashikanga hata tuseme kama managu. I don't know if you've seen kwa managu ama nini. Unaangalia ukiona huku, hiyo tulea utaona but na kuanga huku. So either green ama black. Hizo ni aphids. Then number 2 kuna thrips. Thrips ni to green hivi, na pia kuna whiteflies. Whiteflies as it says ni white. But the interesting thing about insects, sometimes this pest huwezi ona most of the time. Like unaweza pata tu, you can see the effect but sasa ukiangalia hauoni. Then the others insects zenye zinakwanga ni either red mites. So hizo sasa ni red. Venye unaona inaka to red hivi to brown. So hizo zina affecting. So ubaya sasa how they affect your plant, ina affect the leaves. So it sucks the sap ya leaves, then unapata leaves zinakunjana like nakunjana hivi.
Si kukauka kwa sababu singa nyingine nyinaka iko na scratches.
Hii ni another one, but hizo zinakunjika. So ikikaa hivi it means hii imeshika na tendril.
You see that's why inanyonga by the way.
But yeah, so hiyo ni pests. Number 2 ni diseases. Diseases common in inaitwaje cucumber is mostly fungal diseases kwa sababu so to say it requires a lot of water. So fungal diseases come about when there is high humidity ama maji imekuwa mingi. Ni kama tu tuseme ukipanda mboga nje ama maragwe. So wakati mvua ni mingi, si inapata hizo fungal diseases. Hiyo nyana watu wanaitanga baridi. So baridi ni fungal diseases. So for example you can see tuseme kama hizi, you will see easy to spots to white na hizo kidogo hapo. Those are fungal. Then unapata the leaf inakuwa either yellow ama iko na hizo to white patches, alafu inakuwa ngumu like very rough. Yeah, that's how you can see. Alafu najua obviously iki affect your leaves ndio zinatengeneza food for the plant, meaning your plant will have less food, less production, less fruits, less money.
It affects to in the long run
everything. So how do we recognize these pests and diseases? So tulisema every day, like okay, not every day, let's be realistic, at least often lazima ukuje kwa greenhouse, you scout, you do what we call scouting. Una check kuona kama kuna pests, kama kuna diseases. So we come in the morning and in the evening most of the time. So now for example you come, you check your leaves. So how you check the health of your plants, you check the leaves. So let us look at these 2 plants. You can look at this leaf. This leaf is very healthy, very green, very nice, very soft. Iko too perfect. That is iko sawa. A healthy leaf. That one we give it clean A. But now here we have another plants unfortunately that is affected. This one you can see it's iko na two patches to white, it is yellow, alafu iko rough, like this one is a sick plant, and as you can see tumekuwa tukitoa, it means generally this plant is sick.
It's just sick.
Because now what we do when we see such leaves zenye ziko na ugonjwa, you remove them so that it does not spread to the rest. So this one is probably like a this is fungal, but so what you do, you remove them.
So in short tu hii imekufa. You've tried saving it?
Tried because we were leaving it ndio maybe.
Lakini unaona hata yenye na grow, the smallest one is still sick.
Yeah. So that's one of the things you do. You check for pests as we've said. Then let's go now to management. So now you've come, you've or rather even before you identify, we do what we call preventive measures. So preventive measures, number one we've talked about is insect
fly traps.
And there's ile ya blue.
They're different.
Yeah, there's a blue
attract
one
different
and
flies. Oh,
so different insects. Then so what we do as part of our management, crop management, to ensure that they don't get sick. See the way children are given immunization, vaccines. So now what we do, we spray the plants even before they get infected. So what we do, as we've said, it's mostly pests and fungal for cucumber. So we spray with pesticides and we spray with fungicides. So we have a spraying program. So we spray them at intervals of 1 week. So tuna spray, for example, pesticide hii wiki, the next week tuna spray fungicide, then the other week tuna spray insecticide, hivyo.
alternate.
And then the other important thing with the pesticide na fungicides, you alternate. Now you don't use the same thing every day.
You try something different.
Yeah, what we call different chemical classes. Hii tunatumia different class, then next week, like after some time, like maybe 2 to 3, una change. So that pia your plants isipate resistance. That's number one. Yeah, then kwa spraying, of course unajua sasa chemicals ni harmful, like these pesticides are harmful. So one thing we observe is what we call pre-harvest interval. Unaona, for every chemical wanasemanga like don't harvest the plant until after this number of days. Yeah. So but we also try to use organic sprays. Unakwanga na organic insecticides, those ones are less harmful to human beings. But when we use chemicals, we ensure tunafuata. Kama ni 1 week, we don't harvest. Hata useme unataka cucumber aje, we don't harvest. Yeah, so that's one thing that is very important, and I would say even like it's just ethical, it's just right. Wezi sasa umekuja umespray cucumber zako leo, then kesho unachukua
orders za 200 kg.
Alafu kesho unauza, hiyo utapigwa na radi. So that one is one of the things we do, as we've mentioned. Yeah, so just to ensure that your plants. And then the other thing is tunatoanga the leaves. So if you've noticed, unapata kuna sections like huku chini tumetoa the leaves. So immediately you harvest, unatoa these extra leaves. Hizi extra leaves zimekuwa mzee. For example, hata hizi tutazitoa. Like once we harvest these ones, you remove them.
Unatoa the leaf yenye iko alternate to it.
Hizo, unatoa tu hizo zote because these old leaves zinakwangana, they carry like hizo pests and diseases. That's number one. Then number two, it's not helping the plant anymore
at all.
So unazitoa.
Kazi yake ishaisha.
Then the other thing we talked about was spacing your cucumber so that ikuwe na air circulation, because now these pests and diseases inapenda place ziko compact, ziko crowded hivyo. So at least kama huku kuko clean, iko too very clean and fresh. So that's what we do. That's how we manage our crops, because we want to ensure maximum production. Maximum production means nutrition means irrigation, and it means you are ahead of pests and diseases, because once pests zisha affect shamba yako utakazana, like because now you can't eliminate all of it.
Alafu ina
spread haraka. So you might just come like there's something else we didn't talk about that maybe as we've not experienced is bacterial wilting. Unaweza pata bacterial wilt unapata tu nini inaanza tu kuwilt, inanyauka na inakauka na ina dry
peke yake,
then ina spread
and you lose everything,
so it can be viral ama it can be bacterial. Ingine, another one we didn't talk about, we had one plant that ilikuwa na mosaic virus, inaitwa cucumber mosaic virus. Unapata almost like this plant inakuwa yellow hivi. Yeah.
Okay.
So those are some of the things. So what we do sisi tukipata a plant yenye iko na issues, we just remove all of it. Yeah, you'd rather lose one plant than lose all the other plants. So that's basically about crop management as you wait to ensure you get a proper harvest. And then proper harvest means more money.
That was so informative.
Yeah.
And it seems like cucumber inataka ukue nyumbani 24/7. Si kitu utaachia mtu, si ndio?
This one. So the other thing probably as you've mentioned ni cucumber inahitaji like a lot of care. Like ukienda tu Christmas kidogo hivi mambo imeharibika. Because sasa plants zinaanguka, leaves zina grow like kila kitu. And then the other thing is they require a lot of sunlight. Yeah, so they need at least like 8 hours of sunlight. Or then the other thing we didn't talk about or I didn't mention at this point is when we are applying fertilizer, hizo organic fertilizer, organic rather not organic, inorganic, hizo za duka, hizo like fertilizer, tunatumia for fertilizer that is soluble, tuna dissolve kwa maji alafu tunaweka kwa hiyo system tuliona huko nje. So hiyo ni kama CN ina dissolve basically. Hata yenye tunaekanga hiyo ya potassium huwa ina dissolve
ndio isi clog the pipes.
So for the ones that dissolve unaeka, so it just makes your work very easy. Yeah, so you can imagine, because you see if you are applying every 2 weeks that will be a lot of work.
Exactly, and it's a big greenhouse.
Yeah, so that's mostly what we do to ensure that we take care of our crops. They are healthy, they grow well. You see, like these ones are yet to be ready.
They are so big.
Yeah. So and then the other thing I didn't mention is how to check for pests and diseases. You can tell from the fruits. Let's look for a diseased fruit, for example this one. So this plant ukionanga tu hivi unaona it's not very 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 healthy. Unaona leaves zimekuwa kidogo juu tumekuwa kata. And then you see this plant, this fruit ime curve like this. So this means this plant has been it was affected by thrips. Thrips is one of the most common pests in cucumber. So now what the thrips inafanya hii mimea ikuwe curved. So hii obviously hii hawezi usiana.
Hiyo kuna.
Hii ishaenda hivyo. Hii
hizi kwa kubwa kama hii like
itakuwa imecurve. No, itakuwa imecurve. As you can see this one iko straight vizuri. Like this one. Look at this one. Or even look at this one and this one.
So ukifika soko unauzia mtu this one will not. Hii unapeana free.
Hii but what we need to do, we need to spray against pests. Last time we sprayed fungicide. As you can see, for example, in kona whitish. So this was a fungicide that we sprayed last wiki. So we are supposed to spray with pesticide to eliminate these thrips.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is one thing. One thing about pests and diseases, prevention is better than
cure.
You need to be ahead of time. I think that's what I can say about crop management.
That was so informative.
Yes.
Let's go to harvesting now because you've taken us through all the stages sasa.
Yes.
So now ina take like 6 weeks, somebody 10 weeks.
No, so weeks. Now it's at 6 weeks. So we've taken care of our plant from the time it was planted. We've put enough fertilizer, nutrients, we've watered it, and now we are at 6 weeks where we want to harvest. And we are ready for the market. So I'll invite Judy to show us the crops or to show us the fruits that are ready for harvest.
Judy,
yes,
gani naweza chukua sasa ni kule? Okay, mmesema mmetoka ku spray. I can't eat.
Haijatosha kukuliwa. But if we had sprayed agripest, agripest ni pH yake ni 24 hours. So nikispray jana, agripest is an organic
organic, which is safe.
Yeah, so pH yake ni 24 hours. So acha tutafute yenye iko ready for harvesting. How?
Tell us, how do you know like cucumber imekuwa ready for harvest? Because mimi hapa by the way ukiniambia nichague, I'll just pick the big ones.
So si tumepanda, tumengoja 45 days. Hata ukipata na 40 days umeona cucumber zako ni kubwa, they're ready for harvest because ukipata soil yako ni fertile. Si production iko high na iko fast. So tukijaribu kutafuta ya kuharvest, tunaona yes zinaweza kuwa kubwa. Kama hii tunaona ni kubwa. Hii ni kubwa, pia hii ni kubwa. But what's the difference? Nataka tukate. So before tukate, kuna kitu inaitwa clippers. So ukijaribu kuvuruta hii hivi, so imagine venye hii stem iko
itasonga na the whole thing,
sitavuruta the whole stem
plant, yeah.
Plus una hurt. Hii ni kama kidonda kwa
unaumiza mmea.
Unaumiza mimea living things. Si ni kama wewe tu. So what we do, tunatumia hii clipper. Hii clipper tu ni kama kisu, but it's used in the farm. So let's clip. Hivyo. Umeguza mahali?
No.
Hii haija shake.
No.
So plus hii ni gentle. So unaona imekata hivi, so that wound ina heal haraka kwa plant. Kumbuka hii plant inatumia energy pia kuheal. So as it uses the energy to heal, inafaa kufocus on kunini the fruit. So at least you have to reduce the injury on the plant. So we have identified this as ready kuharvestiwa. Aje, you can see cucumber iko na spikes. Unaona? Iko na spikes, but you see most part of this cucumber iko soft. Unaona? It's inakaa kuglitter compared to this one and this one. You see this one is already glittering. Plus the size is okay. Ukiambia mtu hii iko ready for consumption, ataona kweli it's ready for consumption. Yeah, so we harvest hivo and then we collect and then we take them outside for weighing, and then that's when we have our clients ready kuzipokea. Yeah.
So niulize, like unaweza acha hii mmea kama ishakuwa ready hivi, let's say you don't have a client, but it's ready, what do you do?
Una harvest. Cucumbers can stay for a while.
A while is how long?
Let's say 2 days, but you see, because most of the components ya cucumber ni maji, ikiendelea kukaa ina lose maji, so inakaa kushrink,
inafanana vibaya.
So haifai kukaa sana, but if it stays, let's say 2 days, uko umetafuta clients. Plus it's good kutafuta mtu kabla uanze kuharvest. Yes.
And how long can it stay in the farm ikiwa imeiva? Like can it stay kabisa since you don't have a client?
Ikikoma, it's not aika hata appealing. Ikikoma sana, unaona hizi mistari hizi. So ikikoma sana, this is how the whole plant will look like, the whole fruit will look like.
Okay.
So hata kwa market haitakaa appealing.
Hata mkipeana hawatachukua.
Okay. You have to sell something that it's harvested on time. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what stage of growth is the most challenging sasa? The whole process, the whole 6 weeks, gani ndo the most challenging? Which one do you have to be here like every single day?
I think every farmer akona stages yake. But for me, the time tumeweka chini.
Amone?
You are not even certain kama itatoka. You have the fears. After 4 days unakuja kuchungulia.
Unakuja unachimba.
Unajua pia ukiweka maji kuna ile sometimes maji inachimbua. So you have to keep kuzirudisha ndani. So that stage kitambo itoke juu uone iko some few centimeters, unashukuru Mungu. That is for me.
What about you, Anthea?
Well, for me the most challenging, the one that gives a bit more anxiety is at this stage when it's ripe or when it's grown like this, because at this stage we see a lot of potential, we see a lot of money, but sometimes mistakes happen or accidents happen. Unaweza kuwa ukiharvest fruits, for example, ukate stem hapo
kibaki mbaya,
unaweza kuwa ukiweed ungoe the root, unaweza kuwa ukispray uvute, ama unaweza kuwa ukitembea kwa farm uvute hivi na ivunjike. So I think for me that part is more challenging because it has the loss, like una feel too, I have lost 1 kg, I've lost 2 kgs of plants. Yeah, so I think for me that's the most challenging part, this period when the plant is mature and when you are harvesting, and now you are harvesting.
Niliona jembe ingine hapo inakaa funny
ya kuweed
apart from, do you allow any other person akuja afanye nini? Do you allow any other person akuja harvest? Or do you allow any other person akuja shike mimea when you're not around?
Okay, sasa since these plants are so delicate, mimi naweza kuja na nianze kuvuna on your behalf?
To be honest, tutakuwa hapa kila siku. Nikikuwa na shamba zingine nitakuwa hapo kila siku kufanya the whole work peke yangu. Definitely no. So what do I have to do to look for a professional? mwenye ametrain,
mwenye anapenda mimea pia,
na pia mwenye ametrain, at least mtu mwenye amework with the cucumbers, because cucumbers really need a lot of care, they are very sensitive. Ukisha kata some part of the plant, that's it, hakuna part ingine apart from the leaf. Ukikata tu hapa, that's it, ishaenda. So yes, we do encourage kukuwa na mtu mwingine, but ikuwe mtu mwenye tumemfunza ama mtu mwenye akona experience from another farm. Yeah.
Okay. So tumefika hapo kwa harvest sasa, tusha harvest, storage sasa. How do you store them? Tuseme sasa ujepata client venye umesema. Now it has to wait for 2 days. Like how do you store them?
Isikae tu kwa mali joto, ikae kwa mali baridi kwenye inapigwa na upepo kidogo kidogo.
So tunaweza itandaza tu chini on a mat na ilale nje.
Bora ikwe baridi. Isipigwe na jua.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Judy, tumepanda, tumepalilia, tume spray hadi tume harvest. Sasa tunataka kujua where do you sell these things? Twende sokoni.
So tukiconsider kwanza hii plants inaweza nunuliwa na nani kabla uanze kwenda kutafuta kwenye utauza. Hapa hivi tuko Kapngetich near Mosoriot. But do these things sell in Mosoriot? Mtu ananunua kilo moja. So imagine if you have like 300 kgs or 350 or 400 kgs, because hii farm iko na capacity ya such production. Mosoriot cannot meet your market. So what we do, tunaenda at least our city, Eldoret city. Tunatafuta customers pia in big places like Kisumu. We have had people from Kisii. We have had people from Nakuru and Nairobi. Na tulipata jao watu. Social media. Yeah. So siku hizi we say we meet our target audience wherever they are found. Siku hizi watu uta expect uende sokoni upate mtu amesema nataka nini? Nataka cucumber. There are groups nowadays in Facebook. You find people looking for whatever you are planting. So at least utukue engaged sana kwa social media. That's where we found most of our buyers or most of our clients. There are people who would even want in retail, but utawapata wapi pia? Uko tu mtandaoni. If you post your product, let's say on WhatsApp, on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, whatever platform yenye unaweza tumia sahi. Gen Z wote wako social media. Yeah, so yeah, almost everyone ako social media. So we sell mostly, we advertise our products sana social media, but we sell in markets kama Eldoret market, Kisii. We have clients in, I've said Kisumu, Nairobi and Nakuru. Yeah.
So I'm assuming you have a social media handle for all that.
Yes, we do.
For the farm?
Yeah, tuko nayo.
Kigurene.
So our personal social media handles na the farm social media handle in our work. So that is where we advertise Capsicum Haven. Yes. So uko ndio utatupata tukiuza bidhaa zetu.
So like umesema kuna zenye zinafika hadi Kisii from Kapngetich.
It's not far.
Malo?
The demand is high.
So how do they get there? Because I assume mnaweka kwa gari yenye nenda kama parcel.
Yeah, na parcel too from hapa Kapngetich to Kisii.
Hauogopi there'll be damage in between? How do you package them?
Tunaweka tu kwa gunia au faiku. They are not so fragile after ume harvest. So you just put them kwa gunia na unafunga. Na zinafungiwa tu kwa gari, so at least we don't package them so carefully kama kuweka kwa box. Like capsicum, you have to be very careful on packaging them, but now for cucumber, as long as umeweka kwa gunia, unaweka tu kwa gari na zinafika. Kuogopa, you must take a risk. In anything you have to take a risk. Those people, we do not know them. There are people we met in social media, so at least you have to trust someone for the first time.
And you hope atalipa.
Yeah, ukisha gain trust, at least transaction inakuwa rahisi. Yes. But not everyone. Kuna wenye watakuosha.
Ushaioshwa?
Haiko. Lazima.
Okay. Yeah. So what are some of the challenges sasa junajua mmekapitia hapa kwa farm?
Yes.
Anthea, what have you gone through? Things that you'd want young people ama people know. Venturing into agribusiness, cucumber specific, wajue.
Let's start with where we were in terms of marketing. marketing is normally a big challenge. Ukisikia tu mtu akisema tu, ukiuliza tu mtu ati umepanda hii ama nataka kupanda hii, nataka kuingia farming, lakini utapata market. Mwingine anasema nikipanda nitapata market, utanitafutia market. So that's one big challenge that most farmers face. Sisi tunaweza sema haijakuwa a big deal sana, in the sense that si ati sasa tunai harvest produce yetu na hatukuuza. Not really. But hiyo challenge ya transportation, because you see, okay, so the first one is transportation. Mkisha agree na mtu, you have to also agree on transport. Who's paying for transport? Some buyers want you to cater for transport, which will eat into your profits. Some, you have to at least convince them. Our preferred our preferred method is mtu mwenye anachukua product afanye nini? Alipie transport. Wengine ni wagumu. Yeah, but let's say that's
Have you ever had to bend to accommodate that? Sometimes
we have. Sometimes now the next best solution ni half.
Okay.
Yeah, so the next best solution ni half. Then the second one is your clients wa kulipa. Of course, this is someone we've not met. Kuna mwingine amewahi to wash na pesa zetu
mingi
tukamwachia Mungu. So those are some of the challenges with marketing. Then the other thing in terms of transport, we have some even clients maybe from Mombasa, people who've expressed interest, but sometimes now the logistics of transporting our produce from here to Eldoret, then from Eldoret to Mombasa. No, to Mombasa now. That's the challenge. Yeah. But for example, Kisii na Kisumu ni rahisi because kuna magari inapita hapa karibu na kwetu. Yeah, so that's about that. Our next major challenge that we faced when we came into farming ni juu, number one, we didn't mention sisi hatujafanya agriculture. Hatukusoma agriculture, hata primary, there was nothing.
None of you did agriculture anywhere. Hata high school.
The most I can remember is I think Form 1 agriculture, sijui nitrogen.
Ilikuwa must before you choose what you want.
I think that's like the most agriculture we knew. But we were very passionate. So the one thing, as I've said, is we didn't have background in agriculture. So ilikuwa trial and error, kujaribu
hapa na
hapa sisi hao na YouTube na Google has been our teachers.
Na ChatGPT.
ChatGPT kwanza the best teacher. ChatGPT, YouTube, then and then okay, yeah. So but the challenge sometimes on that online platform has been getting content that is tailored to our country or to our region. Sasa mtu akisema they are planting cucumber in the US, how is that
soil
going to help
different hapa climate?
How is that going to help me? That's number one. So our challenge has been that the knowledge and skill, like the science and art of now farming, that has been our biggest challenge, which we have tried to work on it by visiting other farmers. We've looked for a million.
You have a community now.
Farmers. Yeah. I remember at the beginning, unapigia tu mtu, wow, plant yangu sijui imefanya nini. What do I do?
It's like a new mother. Uko na mtoto analia tu na ujui unalia kwa nini. So you panic.
Kitu tu ushasema, ushapiga picha, umemwambia gosh, what's happening to my plant? Anakuambia okay, hiyo ni maji, ongeza maji. Okay, hiyo ni ongeza nini? So that has been one of the things. Then our third challenge, as we said, cucumber needs a lot of water. One of our biggest challenge in this area has been water. Sasa sometimes kisima ina dry. Saizi it's January, it's dry, it's windy. So those have been our main challenges. The rest tunapambana.
Pole.
Imekwanga tu maombi, by the way.
Neema.
Sisi kila siku unaamka ukiomba. I hope leo sisi kukisima imekauka. Guys, leo we hope it's going to rain. Siwezi sema ime dry kabisa, but it's been kidogo. What we plan to do, I guess maybe this can come now, is what we plan to do is we need to kuchimba another kisima. We need another source of water. That's number one. Number two, pia tunahitaji cheaper method of kupump maji, because maji yenye tuko nayo kwa kisima tuna pump na electricity, which is expensive because KPLC. Now na KPLC wakiamua kuanua stima like this,
it's over
for us and our cucumbers. So what we plan to do is install solar. That's number one. We plan to install solar so that we can use it to pump water. Then we also plan to harvest water. Now when it starts raining somewhere up April, we want to do a proper water harvesting. So that's how we plan to maneuver with the challenges. But sahi imekuwa tu maombi.
So sahi mkiamka na well is dry, nivo zitalala bila maji.
Yeah, now do we pray for them? Let me tell you. But those are challenges, and that's how we hope to overcome them this year.
Tuseme tu leo mtu tu Roho Mtakatifu mtakase na iseme ataki kuweka aweke sola. How would you feel?
Hey, my Lord.
Ama ajimbe atakisima.
Hey, let me tell you. That's one of the things tumekuwa tu pray diligently day and night, that if we are able to get mtu mwenye anaweza tusaidia, for example, even anyone who wants to partner with us, co-install solar panels, B, water harvesting. So water harvesting sasa either tunatengeneza a dam, reservoir ya kuweka maji, ama tanks, ama more tanks, ama hata kuchimba kisima. Because you see now the kisima yenye tunatumia ni ile ya nyumbani. It was not supposed to be for farming. But if we are able to, ideally we need to drill a borehole. Ndio ku drill borehole ni pesa ngapi?
Okay.
1 minimum 5.
Hey, we need help.
1.5
we need
million
help.
and above.
If you're out there and you can do this for us, please
2 million.
we'll appreciate that.
Yeah, so I think that is actually a challenge that has hindered our progress. Our farm is about a year and a couple of months old. If we had water, hey, nakwambia
tumepata 3 rows
300. Tungekuwa na greenhouses ka 10. So I think that has been our challenge, that I feel like if we are able to overcome that better source of energy and getting water and water harvesting, we'll be able to do so much more plants that we have. Yeah.
If you can help, please come. What about you, Judy?
Well, I think Anthea may mention most of the challenges because we share the challenges together, but enye lini hate sana hapa hivi ni the knowledge, the know-how. So once you can seek knowledge, but now is someone ready to give you like whole information about what you are doing in your farm. For example, hapa hivi nikipanda cucumber, mtu utapiga simu useme nimepanda, how do I need to water, how do I need to, let's say for example, to water. Sisi tumesema watering yake ni 5 minutes to 10 minutes ikiwa kidogo. Now I've told you 5 to 10 minutes. Wewe unaendelea na 5 to 10 minutes. Do you know how much it will cause harm to your cucumbers? Because ikishafika stage fulani inafaa uswitch uongeze the time ya kuwater. So one challenge, big challenge enye na feel kwangu imekuwa burden ni the know-how. So that is why we need to go out there, do research. Fanya research yako. Si tulitegemea information ya
nyinyi mumelan kwa barabara.
Yeah, we have learned,
na mumekapitia
wenyewe by the way. Tumelipa school fees ya kutosha.
Walai.
Yes. So tungekuwa na hiyo knowledge, and I guess maybe we should have visited farmers more. We should have paid for trainings.
Paid.
Yeah.
Ndio usikuje kulipia kwa shamba yako.
Exactly. Yes, so I think nimesema solution ni maybe if you need to venture into something new in farming, pay for that. It's worth it because the losses utainka itakuwa kidogo.
Do you guys hold training forums for farmers who are venturing into agribusiness?
If before unge express interest, we are ready. Like we have trained like a few individuals, and then big news is that we have a training free.
When?
Free on 1st Feb Sunday. It's on a Sunday, 1st Feb 2026. So we are really inspired by how far the Lord has brought us, and we want to touch a life outside there. Yeah, we have so many people, young people like us, wenye bado wako zile za maisha inaelekea wapi, you can still get money here in the soil. It pays and it is worth. So that is why tumesema hii training ni free. So come, let us learn. Tutawaambia kwenye tumepitia na what we have learned. And we also want everyone to prosper. We want people to feed the nation. Yeah, Kenya has a very big population. So hatutaki tu like wazee ndio wana feed the nation. Wazee bado wanaweza kufanya nini honestly? Unangoja kuretire alafu uanze hii kazi.
Uanze farming tena. But the good thing with this generation is that we are actually picking up.
Yeah.
At a very early age.
So we need people who are willing to take up the challenge. It's not fun. It's not like easy as maybe inaonekana, but with passion. Farming is 99% passion, 1% hard work. So ukikuja hapo ukidhani ni bidii na haupendi, utarudi home. Yeah, utarudi. So you have to have the passion in you really burning, so that you can cope up with the challenges in farming itakuleta along the way. Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, go. So just as my producer said, we will be here with you on Sunday during your training. So we'll be here to capture the whole thing. And yeah, it will be a success. So
Humble.
Thank you.
So we welcome you on Sunday. Mkuje kwa wingi from saa 8 hadi 5, so no?
Yes.
From 2 to 5. Location?
Kapnetich.
Iko Nandi County.
Nia Mosoria tukipotea.
Ukipotea aufiki Moso, karibu na Moso.
Yeah.
But
so we'll pin location.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're all welcome. Kuje to learn from planting to harvesting to crop management. Everything you've had today, you'll get it firsthand on Sunday. So you're welcome. So finally, I want you guys to tell us the benefits of cucumber. To you, to the people around this farm, because I know you have neighbors, and to the consumer.
The consumer.
Yeah.
Great. So I'll start with the consumer. Someone will ask, what are the benefits of eating cucumber? That's number one. Someone will ask, kwanza cucumber unakula aje? Let's tuanzie hapo. I think let's start with tunakula aje. So cucumber is a fruit that is like a vegetable. Ni kama tomato. Tomato is a fruit ama a vegetable?
Vegetable.
It's not a fruit.
It's tomato. A fruit in itself, but you eat it as a vegetable. Yeah. So ni kama cucumber. So cucumber is a fruit, yes. It has very many health benefits why you should eat cucumber. So it has vitamins. It has nutrients. It is rich in vitamin C. Iko na elements kama potassium, iko na magnesium, iko na antioxidants, it's packed with nutrients, and importantly it's packed with water. So cucumber ni kama kunywa maji. So number one, no, let's start with how you eat cucumber.
Mama,
so that yeah, let's start with how you eat cucumber, then we'll talk about the benefits. Yeah. So number one, how you can eat cucumber. One, it's best eaten ikiwa raw. Just wash your cucumber nicely, slice it, or kama natengeneza cubes, you use it in a salads, anything, kachumbari, nyanya yako tu na kitunguu, ushaeka cucumber. Ukitaka kuwa more executive, unatengeneza kama unaongeza mango, kama unaongeza nini, egg salad, anything. Yeah, but you can put it in any kind of salad. You can put it in any kind of sandwich. Like unakata tu unaweka in your sandwich. Hiyo ni hiyo. You can just eat it as a snack. Same if you have if you are fancy natengeneza maybe a dip or something or sauce, you just nini your cucumber, you eat it like that. You can juice. Wale watu wa slimming, wale watu wa weight loss, unatengeneza juice. Si cucumber pekee, unaweka like maybe cucumber and like green juice. Like maybe cucumber and pineapple, spinach, something. Watermelon. Like basically you can use it in juice. That's number 3. Number 4, if you are more advanced, you can pickle it. You like either put in a sauce and then you leave it to stay, either kama unatengeneza vinegar, kama unatengeneza nini, like just something nice.
Can I have it in stew?
Yeah, so you can also, now the most basic that anyone knows, you can use it kama carrots. You cook it like with stew, maragwe, nyama, nini,
lakini si cook sana.
Si sana. Then the other thing, you can make, for example, soup. Maybe unatengeneza kwanza kama ni ya watoto ama nini, pumpkin, unatengeneza pumpkin and pumpkin and cucumber, potatoes and cucumber. Yeah, then you unatengeneza soup. You feed your healthy babies. So tumesema now that's the various ways you can eat cucumber. Now benefits.
Okay, so tushajua venye tunapika. I'll go tell my mom how to pika that, because the last time she did shege. Anyway, I want you to tell us the impacts on the consumer, on you, and to the society around you.
Great. So cucumber has many health benefits. Number one, it is 90% water. So it has more water, less calories. So kwa wale ambao wanachunga weight management, it's very good for that, because it's filling na haina calories. That's number one. So it also helps to control your blood sugar. Blood sugar, chronic diseases, watu wenye wanakuanga na high blood pressure, wenye wanakuanga na diabetes, this one is very good to incorporate in your diet. Number two, it has a lot of fiber. That fiber and water helps your digestive system. Wale ambao wanakuanga na shida ya constipation hapa na pale, wakunywe maji kwa wingi, so this one is very important. It has vitamins. It has vitamin K, vitamin C, kona minerals overall for your good health. Then cucumber also helps your skin. Wale wa skin care in a glow.
Naonanga watu wanaweka kwa macho.
So how you can use it now, if kwa wale ambao wako interested na skin care. Number one, see the way sometimes some people have dark nini around the eyes, eye bags. Some either it's swollen ama iko na dark circles. So you just use cucumber. Just slice your cucumber, then unaweka tu kwa macho, unakaa hivi for a few hours, it absorbs all that. Yeah. That's number 3. Then when you incorporate it in your diet as either juices, salads, it helps your skin to glow. Kuna antioxidants inakusaidia hizo to wrinkles, to age. Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, so for your skin, so cucumber is good for your overall health from top to bottom. And especially, especially for your weight management, blood pressure, for your health, for your gut. Na kuglow. As we are interested na blood sugar, as you're interested in the glowing. Yeah. So that's how you can incorporate and get all the benefits from cucumber.
What about the society around you, like your neighbors?
So that's the benefits to the consumer. Number 2, it has been of great impact, because when we work here in the farm, as you've seen, it's just the two of us, but we have created employment.
Amen.
Yeah, we normally have people who come and work in the greenhouse as casuals, and we normally have one permanent employee. But as time goes by, you increase the number of employees. That is one. Then 2, we are trying to also, we've created impact. Other people are now interested in farming. We are training people. We are giving consultation. Like the people who will just ask, so how do I do this? Where can I get this? Even someone will ask you something about a different crop. They just believe
exactly
where to get everything. We are the plug. We are the plug. So that is one of the things we have really we hope to maximize on, to create impact in our community, to help people to create employment for themselves as well. And then of course now we are in this is agribusiness. Our aim is to run a profitable business. So the impact in our lives is it has been a source of income.
Exactly.
Yeah. And when done well, the returns are great, very rewarding. Come during the training, we'll tell you.
We're coming. Yeah. That's a promise. So thank you very much. Judy?
Yes.
Advice to young farmers?
Well, don't to advise someone hapo, young farmers kama sisi. tuko na degree by the way. Mahali.
Iko hizo kofia.
We went to school.
What did you study?
I studied business information technology from Jomo Kenyatta University.
What about you?
I studied pharmacy from the University of Nairobi.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
So these are scholars.
Yeah, so farming, see, kama bado kuna mtu ana believe that farming is for the uneducated, I think we are lagging behind. Kama uko kwa hiyo group ya ku believe that farming ni ya wale wenye hawakusoma, there's a problem. So I want to encourage someone out there. So farming is kwa last option after ume apply makazi kila mahali na hakuna response, hakuna email, year in year out, hakuna we are happy to inform you ama we are inviting you for an interview oni sasa wacha tu niende ukulima. So you get into farming because you
It's
are
your last
passionate
resort.
about it. Yeah, don't get into farming because there is no other choice. So as young farmers, you would like to encourage every young farmer out there that farming is rewarding. Farming takes a lot of patience. You have to be patient, so you don't just plant and expect to mint money from farming. You have to take care of your plants, and it's not so hard if you do it right. If you work with the right people, if you have the right knowledge, if you do the right thing in the farming si ngumu. At least we know that farming pays. Farming iko na income, iko na kakitu, iko na pesa. That's why tuko hivi. Sai tungekuwa tulisha pack jembe zetu.
Tambo hizi manini zingekuwa zishararuka.
Yeah, so anyone outside there, please, we have a training as we have said, and kujeni tujifunze. We want many youth to come with us as we fight hunger. It's quite like kesho we have youth wachache ambao wako into farming. So as our population grows, are you among who are feeding the nation? So at least that should be the challenge as we grow as a nation, to go among the people who are feeding the nation by providing food to the growing population. So that's my advice. Yes.
So thank you so much, Anthea and Judy. That was so informative. I've also learned a lot by the mimi. Honestly, nikikuja hapa, I thought it's just 45. You told me 45 days. So mimi nilikuwa tunajua by 45 days ni kuchuna tu na kwenda. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much. And that's it from us, Mashambani episode. Thank you. We hope to see you on 1st February here at Capsicum Haven. Yeah, Capsicum Haven, Nandi County. Bye. So how can we find you on social media?
You can find us on all social media platforms as Capsicum Haven. Capsicum Haven on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok. Yes.
Follow, guys. Bye.